Hello, hello, hello. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone above, below, or in between. Welcome back. And we've had kind of an interesting weekend, really. Let's see here. We've had, I'm going to start with the serious news, then we're going to get into entertainment, and then we're just going to do something fun. I was going to do this video for the weekend, but we had, a very busy weekend, because how dare any of us Americans go one weekend without having some kind of bad news, or some sort of fiasco that's forcing us to watch television, or whatever the hell. More on that kind of issue later. Anyway, yeah. Alright, so right up on Friday we had, because I'm American, you are going to hear about the friggin' politics going on, because that's what our media wants. That's what everybody wants. So of course I'm going to have to talk about the damn election. Looks like Hillary Clinton screwed up by calling all the folks that are voting for Trump a basket of deplorables. Yeah, not very nice. And she went on with an entire list. It was just, she went on and saying, oh, these people, they're a bunch of sexists, a bunch of homophobes, Islamophobes, racists, just the list goes on and on. I mean, it's almost like a carbon copy clone of another controversial figure that's been hitting up our internets as of late, as of the last couple of years. But anyway, I'm not going to dive into that. But anyway, thankfully, the internet community being what the internet community is, thankfully all the proud Americans, they were just like, yo, I'm a deplorable for Trump because I love my nation. And they started up a hashtag, and they just went off and just all the people just came together on that. It was really amazing. It was beautiful. We even had foreign people from foreign nations saying, I'm a deplorable for Trump. And how dare Clinton say such a thing? And I was like, oh my God, I was touched. It was magnificent, marvelous. If you guys haven't seen it, go ahead and check out Deplorables for Trump, or Deplorables, or Basket of Deplorables. Go check out those hashtags over on Twitter. Go look it up on Facebook and other places. It's a really nice event. Okay, holiday, or not exactly a holiday. It's another anniversary. It's the 9/11 anniversary happened recently, and of course there was a big old event. All of our politicians went to that, or running candidates for the White House decided to step up to an event. With one exception, Hillary Clinton. She had to be excused from the entire event, and supposedly it was due to heat stroke, and then later on it came out that she had pneumonia. Well, if you look at some of the videos that were loaded up yesterday, you'll notice that it looks like Hillary's quite ill. It looks like she's very, very sick. It looks like she stumbled. It looks like she fell. It looks like she collapsed. A lot of folks suspect that she's been having Parkinson's disease. They don't buy that pneumonia diagnosis one bit. They don't believe it for 5 seconds. But the media's being what the media's being. They're not going to say anything negative, because we're all pretty sure that they've sold out. But anyway, everybody else has been covering the truth, and they've been trying to give us the truth, and it looks like we just had our wonderful evidence delivered to us on a silver platter. It was almost, like a Hollywood movie couldn't have done it better, couldn't have staged it better, as it's famously said. I think Mike Cernovich was talking about that earlier when he did an interview with Stephen Molyneux. And go ahead and check out all of his stuff on Gorilla Mindset. Anyway, go ahead and check out Mike Cernovich at Gorilla Mindset. Go ahead and check out Stephen Molyneux over on YouTube. Paul Joseph Watson. Almost everybody covered it, and even Ralph Retort covered it. Everybody covered it. Pretty much Hillary's health is failing, and everybody has the sense that it doesn't look like she's doing too good. So if anything, she handed over the election on a silver plate, so to speak, after that little event. Oof. And I'm not going to go too far into it, because You know, the professionals, they're better at it. Let them talk. So go ahead, the list of names I told you earlier, go check those guys out. That reminds me, speaking of the Ralph Retort, he got engaged. That's right. Ralph Retort is engaged. Ralph and Nora. So go ahead and drop on down their place and give them a shout out. Give them a good old congratulations. It's gonna be party! And it's so good. I'm so happy to hear stuff like that. You know, I mean, that's Gamergate situations. You know what I mean? And Gamergate. You know, I mean, we've had a lot of good news throughout the years. You know, we have had a bunch of couples hook up. We've had a bunch of babies born. You know, but I mean, it's been a long while since we had another cause to celebrate. You know what I mean? It's been like, I think, a year, to be honest, since we've had another reason to just break out the champagne, if you understand what I mean. Have a good old dance party. So, you know, thanks Ralph, thanks Nora, and that's going to be our local Gamergate news for you right there. Let's see what else happened in the serious news. Nah. I'm not gonna go over the media cover-ups over the Hillary Rodham Clinton stuff. Now they're calling folks a bunch of conspiracy theorists. I'm not gonna get into that. Y'all know how it works. Whenever you deliver the truth, people are gonna try and discredit you any which way they can find. So I'm not gonna get into that. You can find it online. Go ahead and check it out. Just look it up on Facebook. Just look it up on Twitter. I think, you know, even check it out on YouTube. I don't even think they're able to censor this, even though they're trying. So anyway, we're not gonna, like I said, there's no need. We all know that the internet has been under fire and in danger. You know, our free speech online has been in danger for the last couple of years. So I really don't have to bring anybody up to speed on that. But this last fiasco with the Clinton over at 9/11 collapsing, yeah, you know, it's coming to a head, and you're starting to see it. You're going to be starting to see a lot of fun stories. So I can't wait for Monday on that, and that is today. All right, what else happened? Let's just move to the entertainment. Screw it. Okay, Anita Sarkeesian did another tropes versus women video, and it was pretty much over female body size. She was measuring up all the sizes of the females, and it just didn't make any sense. I'm not even going to bother honoring that, because, you know, if it was the other way around, they'd be saying something like, oh, male developers don't respect women and how beautiful they actually can be, and blah blah blah. Nah, this is just nonsense. This goes back into the fat shaming bullshit, body acceptance bullshit, which nobody's buying into, and I don't even want to hear it. It's like, video games, it's fantasy. What are you talking about? You know, you got freaking dragons and robots and things like that running around. You know, and you're worried about a fictional character's measurements. You know, is there a proper pixel to reality ratio that we got here for measurements here? I mean, sorry folks, I just find the entire argument comical, but thankfully there's a bunch of videos already rebuttaling that the last week. So, you know, there's always that. What else has been happening in our game news? It looks like Metal Gear Survive has been announced, and the trailer's been out, and not a whole lot of people are impressed with it. Everybody's humble opinion about it is it looks like a Resident Evil 6 clone. I've seen it, and I have to agree. If I were Konami and I wanted to do something like this, like, you know, watch the preview, guys. Go ahead and watch it. If you're gonna put in wormholes and Star Trek stuff like that, you know, go big. Grab all your franchises and do a big, like Mario RPG did. You know, where they grabbed Zelda and Metroid and Punch-Out and all that, and they just put them all together in the one big RPG, one big 100-hour adventure. I think Konami should have done that with this, and try to make a contender for Fallout and Final Fantasy. You know, since we got the modern tech that we got, since they got the Fox engine, since we already accepted Fallout as an action RPG, then, you know, I would have taken all my Konami assets and built something like that. You know what I mean? Show Bethesda who's boss when it comes to the action. You know what I mean? And keep Square in check. You know, there's a dozen different things they could have done. You know what I mean? It's just a bunch of missed opportunities. They could have made a fighting game. That's something that they could have done for relatively less money than what a big game normally is. Or they could have just taken a bunch of their old games and put up compilations, you know, like an arcade treasures box release of their old arcade games. Or they could have grabbed the entire Castlevania set, all of them, and just put them together in one big old HD collection set. I mean, there's a dozen things Konami could have done. I don't know why the hell they decided to do this with Metal Gear. To be honest, I don't even think people want another Metal Gear game at this point. I think they're ready to move on. The cheapest solution I could find for this Metal Gear Survive would be to, you know, remove the Metal Gear title, pop on Contra, and just mod a few enemy alien NPCs and put in a few enemy alien assets, put in a few levels that are living and breathing and alienish, put in a few Contra guns and just be done with it. Slap the Contra logo on there. I don't even think you'd have to change the opening. I think people understand. Guys sucked in a wormhole. They're in a completely different universe. And they have to fight aliens. I think everybody would definitely be down for that. But anyway, that's just me on that. And that's just going to be the end of it for today. That's going to be our weekend roundup. So there we go. It's going to be the Fox Gibson signing out. Good luck to all. Peace out.